and thank you to everyone joining us here online. I'm Eliana Marino alongside my pilot George Marcineau, and we continue to follow our coverage here of a major commercial fire burning here in the East LA area. We'll start off with the location. We're right off of the 5 freeway. We're near the Commerce train yard. I'll widen out so you can see the train yard there on the right side of the screen. The 5 freeway runs just on the north side of the building. I'll push in on that so you can see what that looks like. At this point, the 5 freeway remains open. I don't think that it would be shut down at any point unless the smoke starts to lay over the freeway lanes, and at that point it becomes a visibility issue, so the California Highway Patrol would have to shut it down. But at this point, it remains open, though of course it's going to be slow. It always is slow heading south at this time of the day anyway, but today it's going to be extra slow as people stop and take a look at the flame. Now, the building itself is nearly 500,000 square feet, 500,000 square feet. It's a company called Lineage. It's a cold storage facility that is basically integral to import and export logistics in the area, which makes a lot of sense. So you're so close to the Commerce train yard, things get delivered via train. You can quickly put them in the storage facility for refrigeration. Now, we do have some new information that there is a possible ammonia leak within the building, and that is what is prompting crews to stay away. If you've ever smelled ammonia, you know it is extremely small. It's extremely smelly. It's almost intolerable to smell. So you have the crews that have backed off because of it, but they weren't going to be able to be on top of the building anyway. You've got a bunch of solar panels on the roof, and solar panels burn very quickly, and they burn very hot, and that is exactly what is happening here. So the fire started in basically the northeast corner of the building, and it is just trekking along to the south side of the structure, and eventually it will start to make its way over to the west as well. I don't think that there's any sort of natural fire break within the actual building from the east side to the west side. I believe that it is all one uniform attic or space from what I can see, so there's no break in between that may act as a natural fire break for the structure. And these particular types of buildings are what we call in construction, it's called the concrete tilt-up. So basically the walls are poured first with concrete, lifted up, and then of course all of the interior is made after the fact. So oftentimes when we see these types of buildings catch fire, at the end of it all, you're going to be left just with a shell. You'll be left with the 4 walls of the building, and then everything inside will have been destroyed. So in all likelihood, it looks like that's the direction that we're heading. It's going to be a defensive firefight here from the LA County Fire Department, which means they're not going to be on the building. They're not going to be in the building. They're just going to be around it, like what we're seeing here. So they're going to set up their heavy streams. They're still working on that here, but they're going to set up their ladders to try to put some water on the fire and try to prevent it from spreading to any other structures. At this point, they pretty much understand that this building is going to be a total loss, but the objective will be to protect everything around it. On this side of the building, we do have more commercial buildings. We have the rail yard, and then on the north side, we have a lot of homes. Now that's concerning because even though none of those homes are impacted by the fire directly, all of that smoke is laying on top of the homes, on top of the structures. You have people living in these homes. You have pets. So it's a situation where if that is your home, you're likely just going to want to leave the area if you haven't been evacuated already. If you have a good circulation system inside, a nice AC unit that you can run, keep your windows and doors shut, of course, and then that's a possibility as well. But this is definitely not something you'd like to smell. Whether it is toxic at this point, it's unknown. So we're trying to figure that out at this point. So it's unclear if there is any sort of threat when it comes to toxic fumes that may be coming from this. But again, these are burning solar panels. This is possibly an ammonia leak. We're talking about Freon because it is a cold storage facility as well. And who knows what other types of chemicals may be involved in this type of operation. So it's definitely not something that you're going to want to be around. If you happen to be traveling through the area, the 5 freeway, always again very popular at this time of the day, especially headed south. You could work around it. I would take the 10 to the 710, and then you can rejoin the 5. That'll get you past the East LA area. If you don't even want to get anywhere near East LA, you can take the 10 out to the 605 or the 57, or even the 210, or even the 60, but the 60 is still a little bit too close for my taste. But if you're trying to leave LA and head toward like Orange County, Riverside, I would just try to avoid this area of the East LA interchange. That'll get you past all of the delays because of it, and of course just get you away from the smoke. Now, real quickly, I'm just going to do an update for our sister station, Telemundo. Okay. Okay, I got their IFB. Go ahead, Gigi. Gigi, go ahead.